So, greetings and welcome, dear viewer. And this channel, I want to tell you all, I'm very humbled by the reaction we have gotten so far, the response we have gotten from so many of you all. I really want to thank you all. It is really inspiring to um, to get all those wonderful comments and suggestions and so on. And I want to tell you also that I have many plans for many videos, for numerous videos, and I hope that I'll be able to do them and get them to you as soon as possible. Now, today, one of the ideas we are starting today. So today we are preparing our first live broadcast, and I hope this is the first of many to come. And I have with me a very special guest and friend, Mr. Kishore Bajrat, and he will be the lone striker today. He will be leading us in this first episode, in which we will be giving our reaction to the draw for the 2022 World Cup that was held earlier today. So, without any further delay, I pass the ball to Mr. Bajrat, and we'll hear his reaction.
Thank you, Pandit. Yes, welcome, guys. As you said, we normally talk a lot of football on the corridors at school and stuff. We just decided to use this new platform to have our discussions a little bit. I'm the only one here today, but probably in future videos we'll have some of the other guys with us as well. Should be a little bit more interesting and entertaining. But yeah, let's move on straight into it. World Cup draw was held earlier today. As I said, first time we did the draw, and some teams didn't qualify. We didn't have all of the qualifiers yet for the draw, but interesting. I thought a lot of the groups we'll see a lot of very good football in this tournament. Hopefully, we'll see a lot of good football. I mean, under the heat of Qatar, yeah, we hoping, yeah.
One just say we have some comments here. So Rajiv saying Sitaram and Ryan Chun saying you look like a Arsenal fan talking there. So hello to them. Thanks for tuning in, boys. I know it have other
Right.
people, but those are the first two to comment. So
Yes.
back to Mr. Baja. Oh, Dwight Pope here. Just want to say Dwight Pope in Lithuania, I think. And he
Mhm.
want to come on, but he said he reach home yet. So hopefully he said 20 minutes you come home. So I don't know if you'll be wrong then, but at least he want to be on the show too. So I just want to let you know. So
Yeah.
back to you. Sorry about that.
That's okay. That's okay. That's very important. And tell Ryan, don't worry. We will have the Arsenal and the club football talk will be coming up as well.
Yeah,
Right?
we have a top four, I'm sure. Next
Yeah.
time the Champions League too, they're calling for a Champions League. But
Yeah.
today was the World Cup draw, so we go back to
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, yeah, and very proud of Pope as well, and happy for him as well. For a lot of our footballers and stuff recently went to the stadium to look at the match between Trinidad and Guyana. And when you see our former players, Levi scoring the winner, and all these players, it's always such an amazing thing as well. So we could always do something on that as well. With our thing, we have a very proud history as well in the school and of football. But back to the draw, and as I said, yeah, should be very interesting. Um, just to mention some of the groups, well, I'll talk about your team first, Pandit,
Oh,
Argentina.
no, bro,
Right? Yeah, yeah.
no bias something on the
No
show.
bias, no bias. I mean,
Right, them boys go get they go say that, this thing I look at like an objective show.
no, I just decide.
Alphabetical order. If you go in alphabetical order.
Yes, yeah, exactly, exactly, yeah. No bias there. They in a group, I think that they should come out of quite easily, but it's football, and we know what happened a couple of years ago. But nevertheless, Mexico CONCACAF team, they always tend to do quite well in the World Cup as well. We always support them, and then you have Poland with Lewandowski, right? Who we know how dangerous he can be as a striker and a player. How much support he will have remains to be seen. Um, but yeah, Argentina should be the team there. Then we have the team with France, the defending champion, right? And France, Denmark. Denmark is the semi-finalist of the Euros. Denmark again is a team that have done really well. Ericsson will be coming back to Denmark, so they should be the team most likely coming out of that group. And then we have the other qualifier in terms of Australia, Peru, UAE would be one of the qualifier, and Tunisia. right? I think Peru might be the one coming out of that qualifier. But interesting group again, France. I believe France is the favorites for this World Cup. Being defending champions, they have that experience. They were a very young team that won the last World Cup. Majority of players, so you understand, have returned to this World Cup. So just by that alone, France definitely should be the favorites to win.
It look like Rajiv is a France fan. He commented too. You can see the comments too. If you click on the top right there comments, you'll see one of the comments. So you could respond to them as you're talking to.
Or
Um,
I,
and on the top right hand of my screen, I have a box with comments, like a
or
little
I.
dialog box.
Okay, well, you will just
Okay, I can read it out as it comes.
whatever interesting comment you think we could always
Yeah, so Rajiv
think.
look like he's a France. He look like he was born in France. He say I make bets on France last time. That is my team. Okay,
Yeah.
Rajiv. Well, good luck
Okay.
this year.
Yeah, Rajiv, I hope you didn't bet on them in the Euros as well, though. I just saying, right?
Okay.
But yeah, they should, as I say, firm favorites. France undoubtedly firm favorites for this World Cup. Then you have talking about young players, Spain. Spain have a good mix. After Xavi and Iniesta and those guys, that generation, they have they fell away a little bit, but that tends to happen because you can't really replace those. Those are generational talents, right? But they have a lot of young, good players. I think I love the brand of football that Spain is playing right now, right? And well, they are coming up against my team, who didn't do too good in the last World Cup, so we don't want to dwell on that, right? That's the past. Germany, but we building. Just like how we fell away a little bit, we are rebuilding as well. New coach, right? And hoping to do quite well in this group. As we said, Japan is the other team. We generally doesn't do too good against anyhow. These
Asian
some
teams.
yeah, yeah.
Well,
But
not Korea. It's not Korea. So
no,
yeah.
no, no. And, New Zealand and Costa Rica will be the other qualifier in that group. So interesting group, but I think Spain and Germany should be the two teams. Should be the two teams coming out of there. Group F, defend runners up from last World Cup, Croatia,
Mhm.
right? Again, Modric and um will be leading the charge, right? This guy doesn't seem to be aging, right? We often talk about Messi and Ronaldo and stuff, but Modric. I mean, when you look at the last game, what he did against the PSG, and he was the engine in our midfield here. You understand? Modric, I think, is very good, and they are a fighter team. Croatia, a competition team. They generally do good. Belgium, as they had in terms of this is the golden generation of Belgium football, and I believe it's the last big tournament that when you look at the amount of stars Belgium has throughout the world and all the top leagues of the world, and they have always underachieved at big tournaments. Always, right? Um, so this could be their last hurrah, this golden generation of Belgium football, and I think they will come out with all guns blazing. They will really want to go as far as possible and try to win this one for their country. And then we have Group G, which people have been saying is the closest thing to a group of death in the draw, right? Um, I agree with that in terms of Group G. We have Brazil, and Brazil quietly have built a very very good team, right? A very good team. We all remember that semi-final drubbing they received at home, not the last World Cup, but the one before, and even in the last World Cup, they were doing quite well as well. But in Brazil, if you don't win the World Cup, you have failed in your campaign, total, right? That's the expectation of the Brazilian people. But I think Brazil have a very good team in terms of defense, midfield, attacking players, and they have a very good goalkeeper as well, and they have good replacements. So I think Brazil is a team that will go very fast. So I've said that France, I believe, is the favorite. I think Brazil is a team right after France or under France in this World Cup. And Serbia, undefeated throughout qualifiers. Switzerland, a dark horse team. Switzerland were the team to upset France in the Euros, right? And then you have Cameroon, which is always a powerful team from Africa. And then ending off the group, right, we had Portugal and Ghana, Uruguay, and yeah, Korean Republic. Um, but Portugal, they had to go through a qualifier, which is always a scary thing. I think they did quite well. I think this Portugal team, they have a very good team on paper. People only talk about Ronaldo, Ronaldo, but when you look at all the different players that they have a very good team. It's not just Ronaldo, but I mean, I'm very happy for the fact that they were able to qualify because it could be the coming, it is the coming of an end of two great players in terms of it could be their last World Cup for both Messi and Ronaldo. And I'm glad that both of them are in the World Cup together. Right? It is good for football, it is good for viewing, it will be good for the ratings of the World Cup as well. So, and I think that Portugal should be, of course, Ghana is also another good team, and Uruguay. Suarez and his troops.
Hmm. Once you don't
Right?
like nobody, it should be.
Yeah, well, listen. So with Suarez, any number could play in World Cup football, right? Any number. Suarez have gone from striker slash goalkeeper in matches, right? Yeah. So a number of things. But again, I think Portugal and Uruguay should be the two teams coming out of that group there. And that's the basic roundup of the different groups.
Okay, I think that was very, very well done. And but I mean, now we have to, these people, they made it. I think once you're there, you have a chance. People might
Correct.
argue Qatar themselves don't look like they have a chance already. But I mean, once you're there, you have a ticket, you could win the lotto. But I
Correct.
mean, it had a lot of wonderful players, wonderful teams that didn't
Mhm.
make it. I don't know if you want to spend a few minutes and just give us a little few comments on that.
Yeah, but before I go to that, what you just said there is so important. Yes, once it's there, you have a chance. You have a chance. And that's the beauty of sports. It's the uncertainty, right? And talking about Qatar, they are a team that people would know very little about, but all the previous World Cup, well, a lot of them, the host country have generally done very well. They have qualified and come out of the group. So we'll wait and see.
They might
And
have to pay people. Yesterday, I had the 12th man in the crowd, but they might have to buy a crowd, you know.
well, no, well, correct. So that could be a factor by itself. Yeah, but having said that, everybody, the ultimate aim in football, the biggest thing is always to play in the World Cup, right? It's the in terms of every footballer, it's their dream for all the fans. They love to support their team in the World Cup to support their team. So one of the big names not to make it there is Italy, right? Italy, as we all know, Italy have a very proud history in football, very, very proud history in football. They have won on numerous times. They have won the cup before. They recently won the Euros. So again, you see, that's the beauty of football. They recently won Euros and now Italy didn't qualify for the World Cup. All right. So we know that probably a lot of things going to happen there. There was a big uproar in Italy. We're not sure there might be some changes with the coach, players, things like that. Um, yeah, then you have the issue with Mo Salah when he played Senegal, and they said that they were flashing laser and thing in this man's eye.
Yeah,
Apparently,
a lot of lasers in there. I
yeah,
saw
yeah,
part
yeah.
of
I
it.
don't know if he needed a shades to take that penalty or, or what was really going on. I mean, it's unfair. It's unfair, and I think it should have been brought to the attention of the referee before the penalty was taken. And I mean, something could have been done about it. But yeah, another big name, right? And it was a double blow for Egypt and for Salah in that Senegal as well in the African Nations final, right? And then but his own Liverpool teammate did a lot of that damage as well. But I guess those are
Twice, you
just,
know, twice
huh?
in the African Cup too, same thing.
Yeah. Now I'm saying twice he did that to him there. So we don't know. We will have to wait and see. But those are just some of the teams, and then we have others as well, still waiting and hoping to qualify. Gareth Bale and his troops, as we mentioned before, right? Hoping they're New Zealand and Costa Rica, and then you have a team that a lot of people would love to see because of the political issues happening right now. Would be Ukraine. Ukraine has a chance still to qualify for the World Cup. How would that? You know, be received in the world in on the world stage as well. So still a lot of teams hoping to qualify as well, and some of the big guns did not make it. Italy being the biggest one, right, which is a big letdown for them. Yeah.
Well, I think again, very well done, and well, really coming out of this, like I mean, I saw the Egypt the match when they were trying to qualify, and it was really what came in my mind. This football, it has such power over people. It could bring people together. It has a message of unity because you see, the world comes together right
Hmm.
at the World Cup time when you see all the fans or everywhere in the world coming out to support their country or the team of their choice. But sometimes after the match, like in the case, with Egypt and so on, and well, so especially too with Ghana, your boy there, Thomas Partey, I think he scored a goal and they knocked Nigeria out. But how they behaved after, it was really, really bad. I think that part of the game, we have to find a way to get this message to people. That everybody cannot win, and we have to know to. Everybody knows how to celebrate when they win, but we also have to know to deal when we lose too. And not only Nigerians, but many places. People they behave in an improper way when they lose. And I feel it's something, thank goodness, like for example, I remember when Trinidad lost their qualifier against the USA in 1990. We lost 1-0. We were recognized as probably one of the most well behaved fans in the world. I think we won our Fair Play Award because with that loss, people didn't behave in any kind of unruly manner or whatever and so on. So I think this piece of the fans' behavior, where people, they when they don't, their team doesn't live up to expectations, how they react. I think we have to pay attention to it. And in the world, if you notice, like there's a war going on with Ukraine and Russia. This behavior of the fans, a man slapping a man, all these kind of things. We have to try, to address them. And I mean, it might be impossible, but at least if we in our lives, if we at least try, not to follow that type of behavior, but be a role model for the right thing, I think we could also reach somewhere with the football being a vehicle to carry this correct type of behavior in the world, to behave as a human being. So I think we have reached the end. Anything else you want to say? I don't know if Dwight gonna make it. You might have to join in the next show.
Yeah. I think he will think in the next show. No problem.
Rather
Yeah,
be
just closing. I want to just yeah, what you said there. Sometimes fans behave badly, and we have also had to deal with a number of racist issues and racist chants and stuff from fans in the past. And now we are again we trying to end all those things in sport and football. We want sport after the Olympics. The football World Cup is the second biggest thing in terms of bringing the world together, right? Football is the most played sport in the entire world, right? And being there is an honor and a privilege. And yes, you might not always like the result, but that's sport, right? No team can win every time. And whenever you're going to play a match, there will be a winner and a loser. And you have to learn to accept defeat at times. Just like when you enjoy victory, you have to be able to accept defeat, right? For players and fans as well. But I and just closing, I just want to say that this will be a very interesting World Cup. Um, a lot of good teams, right? Messi, Ronaldo is they are both there as well. Um, but something as well is that the timing of the World Cup, first time it's being played, I believe at this time of the year, under those conditions. We don't know what the weather, what the climate, what the temperatures are going to be like, how is that going to affect the players, if it is going to affect them anyway at all. Right? So those are just some little X factors in terms of this World Cup and which will make this World Cup, a little bit interesting.
right.
So yeah.
Very good. Well, as we wrap up now, well, one comment again, they're interested in we doing a show for cricket. So I mean, we definitely do the cricket World Cup, but all of that stuff years away. I know IPL
CPL,
going
CPL.
on.
Yeah.
And then they're saying, what Rajiv said, CPL starts in August, so they want us to do something for that. So we look at that too. I mean, we have about 8 months before the World Cup starts. We just wanted to get the ball rolling today, and because today was like the day when the teams know who they're going to face, and their preparation would start.
Mhm.
Because before, they don't know what's going on. So you have an idea. Okay, well, I see Chetan now saying they're interested in CPL, so we will do cricket for sure. And we wouldn't might we will all right. We will. I know the action for Champions League. I know the action for top four and so on. So we will definitely. I know next week is the first leg and so on. So maybe after next week we will try to organize with the rest of the team.
Mhm.
Get them on the bus to come here so we could look at our Champions League, right? So we will have all those things. For you all the Champions League and the CPL, we'll do something for sure. We invite Shane and thing to come in too.
Yeah, yeah, the cricketers. Yes, yes, for sure.
All right, so I think anything else you want to say? Okay, I think it was a wonderful show. A show. Thanks again, I mean, for being the lone striker out there. I know you'll be one of, or in all the shows once it's possible, that you'll be here with me, and hopefully we have others as well. So, and thanks to all the viewers who are here live. And well, until our next show, keep safe and all the best. So I'll
Take
end
care.
the podcast now. Okay.